Welcome to Dasher, where we explore the vast expanses of the Marvel and DC universe. Today is a real treat for all of you DC fans out there that watch the channel. We are going to be talking about how the latest DC animated movie, Justice League Dark: Apokolips War, sets up the DC Rebirth Universe. Now we can all agree that the new Justice League animated movie was an absolute spicy movie. DC fans all around the world went batshit crazy over the movie. We were praising it like it was the long-lost movie the DC Cinematic Universe was missing. The Holy Grail. Excuse me. We're getting a little carried away. If you haven't seen the movie yet, spoilers are ahead. So if you don't want the experience ruined for you, you're still here? Well, don't say we didn't warn you. At the end of Apokolips War, we see what remains of the Justice League. This was the hardest scene to watch, because not only did Superman's plan fail, but it cost millions of lives along the way. When we first watched the film, we thought this would be the end of the DC animated universe, but
you know what you have to do, mate. Clear the board. Start again.
what the actual fuck? Barry, this timeline sucks. Flashpoint this shit and do it all over again, but better. So Barry's the god of time now. Is that what you're trying to say, DC? So Constantine urges Barry to go back in time and wipe the board clean and create another Flashpoint paradox. Because we all know what happened last time Barry did that, right? So, how does the second Flashpoint set up the DC Rebirth series, you ask? Well, it's very simple. When the Flash created the first Flashpoint paradox, he didn't return to his original timeline. He created a whole new one, a completely different timeline that has some, not a lot, similarities to the original timeline. So most likely, the second Flashpoint will have the same effect on the universe Apokolips War takes place in. It's like what Constantine said.
It won't be perfect. It'll be a long sight better than what we got now.
Sure, there will be some differences, but at least the League will be in much better shape than it is when he left them. Now, how is the DCEU going to make this happen? Well, they can start off the new animated universe with a Flash movie, but not Flashpoint 2. They can start the movie off with Barry being one of the people who remembers what happened during the war on Apokolips. One of the people who remember, but who else could remember the Flashpoint event? Ho, I'm getting to the juicy part, mates. We all remember John Constantine, right? You know, the bisexual magic-using badass focus of the movie? Well, in DC's zombie comic, Deceased, John was shown to be staying in a pub. But not just any pub. This pub was isolated from the DC's reality, meaning it could not be affected by whatever happens in any DC universes. Since Constantine came up with the idea of a Flashpoint, wouldn't he want to remember what happened to prevent it from happening twice? Constantine could have easily escaped into a pocket dimension similar to the pub and reappear in the new reality Flash created with the second Flashpoint. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? He can't do that. That's illegal in the DC universe. Remember when DC killed off Superman in the death of Superman and brought him back to life in the reign of Superman? That's illegal. This idea could be a possibility. Knowing all the mad stuff DC has pulled off and gotten away with it, it's most likely that this theory about the second Flashpoint creating the Rebirth Universe will be true. Who knows what's in store for the future of the DC animated universe? Who knows? Maybe they're even setting up for the DC Metal series, or maybe the Deceased series, or the Injustice series. Now, I'd like to watch those. But those are topics for another time. Right now, the door is open for multiple possibilities after what happened in the Apokolips War. DC just needs to have the right idea in mind and execute it properly. And hopefully, it meets all of our standards. And that concludes today's video. What are your thoughts? Could the DC animated universe be setting us up for something even bigger? Or were we a bit too emotional and kept our hopes too high for the future of the DC universe? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.